Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we'll be taking a look at LokiThor's JA301 multifunction car jump starter, compressor, power bank and emergency LED. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we'll be taking a look at a multifunction device suitable for cars, bikes, paddling pools, all those kinds of things, but mostly this is suited for taking with you in your vehicle. This is the LokiThor JA301. This has been sent to me free of charge for review purposes, so obviously do take that into consideration. There will be links to LokiThor's website and also their Facebook and other things in the video description, so if you want to find out more, please feel free to check those links out. So what is this? This is basically an emergency use multifunction car jump starter. It's a compressor, power bank, emergency LED light, and many other things included. So we'll go through, do an unboxing, go through the accessories we get, practical uses, and also there'll be some B-roll of me using this to inflate my tyres, etc, etc. So first of all, let's take a look at the power bank situation. So this has a 20,000 mAh lithium-ion battery included, which is going to be excellent for powering devices on the go, all of which can be used from a USB Type-A connection, which is on the front. You'll notice there is also a USB Type-C connection, that is for the input device, so for actually charging the inbuilt battery in this, which takes around about 3 hours to do from a completely flat battery. Luckily for us, we received this with around about half the battery power already ready to go, so if you're thinking about buying this and just putting it straight in your car, you should be absolutely fine, although obviously we would recommend giving it a full charge for the first time. Using it as a power bank is super simple. Literally just pull the flap up, plug in your USB Type-A connector, then connect the other end to your suitable device, so whether it's a mobile phone if you want to charge it on the go in emergency situations, basically anything you want, as long as it's got a USB Type-A, it will power it, and it will power it up to around about 2 amps, so it should be fine for most devices. One of the other features of this device is actually basically a torch, but an extremely bright one. So this is around about 300 lumens, so it is extremely bright, and to activate the light, all you need to do is press the button on the top. So the light actually has 3 functions. So one is a normal floodlight, second one is a strobe for emergency purposes. Epilepsy warning, there will be strobing effects in this video, so do look away if you don't want to see that sort of thing. And also there is an SOS mode, so it'll do Morse code for the SOS. So let's take a look at what the lamp is actually like in the studio situation. So press and hold the button and the light comes on, and as you can see, this is extremely bright, so you can use this with the handle, walking around if you have to do any maintenance to your vehicle, maybe changing a wheel, pumping up a tyre, those kinds of things, or just inspecting underneath the bonnet. This will give you a ton of light. So that's the light situation. If you then, maybe you're actually using this to pump up your tyres and you're on the side of the road and you want people to be aware that you're actually there, you can press the button again and then it goes into strobe mode. So this will give bypassers a warning that there's some kind of hazard where you actually are. Next one up is press the button again and this goes into SOS mode. So this is now doing Morse code for the emergency SOS signal. Most people will probably recognize that it is an unusual flash, and again, because this is 300 lumens, it should be visible from a pretty good distance. So again, if you're out maybe camping or you're stranded somewhere, then this is going to be really useful for sending out that distress signal. Press the button one more time and it turns the lamp off entirely. So that is a really good feature. Next up, we've got the actual display. So this, as we said, is a compressor as well, so you can use it to pump up your car tyres, and it's also got an automatic shut-off. So actually on the device itself, you can choose between bar or PSI. It will do up to 150 PSI, which I think is around about 10 bar, thereabouts. I'm not too sure on the conversions. We generally use PSI here in the United Kingdom, but 150 PSI is a lot. Most car tyres are anywhere between kind of 30 and 50. Some mountain bikes maybe slightly more, and racing bikes maybe up to anything up to 100. So yeah, this should give you plenty of power to pump up your tyres. And as you'll see from some of the B-roll which we've already filmed, taking my existing BMW tyres from around about 25 PSI up to around about 30 or so, didn't take very long at all, literally a minute or so, and that was it. So very good compression, very high powered, and will certainly get your tyres pumped up quicker than some of those kind of cheapy devices you can find on the market. On the display itself, it does tell you the battery level, as you can see there, and also it tells you the either PSI or bar, so you can switch between those. Press the button there, it goes between bar and PSI, and you can actually predefine that. So if you have a specific rating on your tyre, you can set it appropriately. Press the pump button, just press and hold it, and then the compressor will start up. When the tyre reaches its desired level, the unit will automatically shut off, which is absolutely brilliant. So you don't have to be there waiting. You can actually just put it on the floor, let it pump up your tyres. You can go off and make your phone call, tell someone you're going to be late, or call for roadside assistance, and it will get on and do its thing and shut off when it's no longer needed. Another feature of this, which is really useful, is the jump start feature. So what you can do is lift up the flap here and plug in the connections, which we'll take a look at shortly, hook it up to a positive and a negative part on your battery, or on certain parts of cars, they've got actual specific jump start points which you can connect up to. And again, don't really have to do anything at all, just connect it up, it will do its own thing. It's got all those things like reverse polarity protection, overload protection, all those kinds of things, and will actually jumpstart a vehicle, either up to a 6-litre diesel engine or up to a whopping 8-litre petrol engine, which is pretty hardcore. The actual starting current of this is rated at about 1000 amps, but it has got a peak of 2000 amps, so yeah, this is a pretty powerful unit. So that's the jumpstart section, that is the charging section. As we said before, we've got the light on the front here, which is, as we've seen, super bright. On this side, we've got nothing at all apart from logos, etc. But on the back, we've also got the tire inflation section. So that is the adapter there. It's great that the cables aren't fully connected, so you can basically store it however you want to. And it's just a matter of screwing the connectors on there to pump up either, again, your car, your bike, racing bike, whatever it is. Even inflatables, all taken care of by the accessories, which we'll take a look at next. So when we look at accessories, we've got a bunch of accessories. So first of all, you've got the main one, which is the carry bag itself, so you can put everything in there. But the actual main accessories bundle does come in a separate bag, which is kind of nice, or a little bit of a hassle, depending which way you look at it. So what do we get in the accessories bag? So first of all, you get a selection of adapters there. So there's one for various inflatables of different sizes. You've got a Schrader to Presta adapter, or Presta to Schrader, whichever way you look at it. Also there's some rubber O-rings, and also there is a adapter for footballs, that kind of thing. Next up is the USB Type A to Type C adapter. So this can be plugged into either a wall socket or a 2-amp charger, that kind of thing. And the USB Type C just plugs into the flap under there and charges the inbuilt battery, as we said earlier. Next up, we've got a inflatable section. So this is your kind of regular car pump adapter, as we've seen before. So this section just screws onto the end there, or this end rather, and then that goes over to your tires. Once it's on the actual valve, press that down and that will lock it into place. Also as well, you can use the adapter on the end here, which can attach into here. And for certain mountain bike tires or racing bike tires, you can use that and clip onto the valve. So that's all really nicely attached, and because it's on a kind of a chain there, you're unlikely to lose it in your bag. If you've got a tire or a valve which is a little bit more difficult to get to, then you can use the secondary adapter, which is basically just a twist on, and as you can see, it's a lot narrower. So twist on one end onto there, twist that onto your wheels, and that's actually the one I used on my car, which again, you can see from the video footage. And last but not least is probably the most important one for jump starting. So for jump starting, you get these 2 crocodile style clips, again color coded, so no mistakes to be had. So red one is a positive, black one is the negative. And looking inside on the actual jewels, nice strong jewels there. And the cables themselves, I think from what I can tell, it looks like it's a 6-gauge cable, so that is pretty heavy duty. And inside it's both crimped and soldered, so really good connection there. Moving on to the other end, so we've got this blue adapter, and this is actually keyed, so it'll only fit in the device one particular way, so there's no issues with kind of putting the polarities right the wrong way. And to use that, all you do is flip up this tab here and align the keys up, plug it in, and that is essentially it. So you can place this kind of on top of your battery or somewhere near in the engine bay and connect up these to the appropriate terminals and basically let it go on and do its thing. Generally these, depending on how flat your battery is, you may need to leave it on there for a couple of minutes or something just to get enough current from the device into the battery. Generally the lights will turn off when it's all completely done, and also it will give you a reading of the actual battery levels, that kind of thing. So yeah, pretty decent overall. Some of the things that we haven't discussed quite yet are the pricing and the availability. Now LokiThor are a relatively new company, and their website you can go to. At the moment this is currently showing us sold out. This is for their American site. I'm not too sure about distribution elsewhere, but that'll be something which will probably be updated in the near future. They've also got a Facebook page, etc., so you can message them there, and also Instagram, those kinds of things. Pricing wise, at the moment it's quoted on their US site as being $170, so that equates to roughly about £120 here in the United Kingdom. For £120, I think you get a fantastic amount for your money. You get a massive power bank, you also get that really good LED light on the front. You also get obviously a compressor, the jump starter, and also the ability to charge devices while you're out in the field. So I think, yeah, for the money, it's absolutely brilliant. You can just get a kind of a cheap wheel compressor or tire inflator for somewhere in the region of about £30 to £50, depending where you shop. And the same goes for power banks, similar kind of money for a 20,000 amp hour one. But to have it all in one nice package with all the accessories, so you don't have to have like 3 or 4 different devices actually in the trunk of your car, I think this actually makes a lot of sense. So please let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Is this the sort of thing you'd be looking for your vehicle? Do you actually even own a vehicle with up to a 6-litre diesel or an 8-litre petrol engine? I'll be impressed if you do. So this has been the LokiThor JA301. I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.